to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us. We are one growing family all together. And by hitting that subscription button and the bell notification to be notified of the new uploads. The subscription, of course, is free. The tutorial is free. Everything is free. So the least you can do is help out the channel to grow by subscribing. Also, make your comment. That helps the channel for the YouTube to recognize that, people are interested in this channel. And please do give a thumbs up. Very, very extremely important. I want to thank every single one of you for your love and support, your beautiful comments. You guys are just amazing, and you keep feeding me all that good energy to keep going on these beautiful patterns. Thank you so much. I want to let you know up top there's 3 little buttons. If the video is too fast for you, you can slow down by clicking there. It opens up and it says slow down video. If you don't know how to do it, in the link below, you click on that link to slow down the video. It will show you it's a 2-minute video. Also, right next to the 3 little buttons, there's the closed caption. If you have a hard time to understand, you can turn that on. Everything that I will be calling out the stitch will be written below. You can pause and take notes. 99.9% of the time, I use 100% cotton thread, 4 plies. Now, my 4 plies is very, very similar to Aunt Lydia number 3. I get asked all the time where to get them. These 4 plies that I work with, they're from Portugal. I am in Portugal. These are Portuguese threads. So it's kind of very hard for you guys that are outside of Europe to find them. But you can use Aunt Lydia number 3. Aunt Lydia number 3 is just my God, maybe less than my nail, thicker than my 4 ply. Now these, of course, using the 3 ply Aunt Lydia, these are big patterns that come out. In many ways, it's worth it because you economize a lot on thread and your patterns become big. When you're doing table runners especially, it's perfect for 6-seater and up. And for small little kitchen tables, 4-seater small, Aunt Lydia number 10 is perfect for that. So when you cannot find this type of number 4, you can get the number 3 Aunt Lydia. Okay, so I normally use a 3.5 hook. Sometimes I'll go into a 3 and a small one to tuck in loose ends, and of course a pair of scissors. I also would like to mention, for the people that are interested to help the women in need of thread or yarn, please donate. Donate either with money, whatever amount you want. Nobody's asking you for millions. Right below the video, there's a $sign. You can click there and $2, $3, $4. It's up to you, really. Everything ends up at the end, and we can help another soul. So please do consider that. Or you can go into the description box and you can put it into my PayPal account. I want to thank for the women already that have helped. Maggie, thank you so much. God bless your heart for sending the thread to Jamaica, to Charmaine. I'm so grateful and humble and can't thank you enough. So thank you so much. For Karen Coffee, thank you so much for your donation of the money for the thread. And Barbara Faut, thank you so much for the donation of the money for the thread. I do need you guys to help out. I cannot do it alone. So please have a heart and think of these women that are in desperate need and don't have the means to buy it. If everybody pitches in a bit, we can all help another soul get through their daily stressful days of, worrying money, family issues, and health issues, mental issues. We are here on this earth for a short time. If we can do a little blessing gesture, God sees all of these things. So please, people, okay? Try to cut down a bit of the lighting here. Okay, so today we're going to create the heart doily. For some of you that follow me, you know that I've launched yesterday the table runner with the hearts. For some of you that have not seen it yet and don't know what I'm talking about, this is the table runner. It's 91 or 92 centimeters long. Okay, so we're going to create the doily today, which is same step, just less hearts. Okay, I'm sure for the people that are selling, because I know that some of you are selling the patterns that you're creating out of my channel, and I know that for a fact for others that don't know what I'm talking about. It's because they usually message me on Instagram and ask me for the prices. So I usually try to help them out on pricing the items that they are creating. So we're going to create that. These are my threads. This is cherry red, and we have beige color. So it's just perfect combination. My camera really does not do its justice here on color, but we're going to start this. Now, I block my patterns with laundry softener. Just pure, doesn't matter which brand, just pure laundry softener, no water, no. I mean, you can mix water if you want. I don't. I like the patterns to smell nice, especially when I'm selling it, shipping it out, or even here, people that order and buy from me. You just put the softener inside of the plastic. You lay out your pattern, spray it everywhere, stretch it a bit, and lay it down on a flat surface, nice and stretched once you spray. Or you can spray, stretch, and you can just iron right on top. That's the fastest way to block. A lot of times I'll just spray, stretch it, and leave it on a flat surface to dry on its own. And if I'm in a rush that I have to get, it shipped out or whatever reason that the pattern's got to go, then I steam press it with my iron, just a little bit of steam on it, and that's it, and it comes very nicely stretched out. Okay, so let's get started, everyone. Before I forget, I need to mention it too, is this specific design, I am not the creator of this design. I did not design it. Okay, we got to give credit to the people that take their time on designing these beautiful pieces. These were requests. I had a lot of requests to do heart table runners. So normally when I do table runner, I make sets. I make doilies or plate mats and things like that. And I had some of my friends that are YouTubers themselves and asked if they had any idea for the heart table runner. So they had sent me a picture because they have created that specific pattern, had done the tutorials on it. And so the patterns on mine, they don't know who it belongs to, but they send me the picture. And of course, I don't know who it belongs to. It's anybody's game at this point. But if I do find out who it belonged, who the designer was, I will put their name on the link on the comment section and pin it. Or I'll put it in the description box if they have a link or mention their name or something like that. Now, the only thing I am doing to the pattern is I'm switching up the stitch a bit and the design a bit because we don't want it to be exactly the same as somebody else's work. So I am modifying the pattern a bit and making it my own. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is, since it's a doily, we're going to do the slip stitch knot. That never counts as a stitch. And 48 chain, because this is a doily. 48 chain stitch. I'll meet you at the end. So we have 48 chain stitch. Now with the table runner, like I said, it's 91 length centimeters or 92 and 42 wide. And that was started at, excuse me, 118 stitch. So the basic to start off is exactly the same thing. It's just, a longer chain. Okay, so I have 48 chain stitch. I'm coming back on my 6th space, not counting the one on the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm just going to go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6. So you see, when you go into your 6, you have this loop here right in front of you, and then right in the center you have the other 2 loops, the one that comes across here and this back one. You got to make sure that you go right in the center and grab those, like right between the two loops stay into the back, okay? Because if you only grab the center one here, if you only grab this one here, not this one here, I'm sorry. If you only grab the back one, your pattern's going to curve like a U. This is the trick to keep a flat surface pattern, okay? So into and grab. You see the two of them right on my hook. This is the back ones, right? So we're going to do 3 double crochet, one per space, one after another. So 2 and 3. Chain 2. Skip 1, 2 on your third one. We're going to create, again, groups of 3 double crochet all the way to the last hook, last stitch at the end, not hook. So at the end, we're going to have the same loop as we have here. I've already had started another one because I have to make 2 of these. So we got to continue to do them. So you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 groups of 3 double crochet. And then we need to make a chain, and then we'll proceed on the second. So this chain's going to make this little curve here, okay, which is the 6th chain. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, just trying to always fix the lighting on this camera. So I've done my 9 groups of 3 double crochet, and it hit me right at the end if you did your 48 chain stitch, and if you came onto the 6th one to do your double crochet, you should be exactly on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 5. I'm coming back into the last double crochet we did with a slip stitch. Okay, I'm coming in from inside and I'm pulling my thread into this space here. I'm going to do 1, 2. I'm trying to hide my thread at the same time. 3, 4, and 1 more, 5. 3 for double crochet and 2 for space. I'm coming into where we have the space and create again the groups of 3 double crochet and then chain 2 and proceed all the way to the end. We won't count this as any rows yet. We'll start counting when I do the red. Okay, so do your groups all the way to the end and I'll meet you at the end. I've reached the end. I did my 2 chain. I'm coming into that circle that we have here at the edge. Just confirm, yes. Now, 1 chain space, we're going to create 6 double crochets inside of this edge. 2, 1 chain space, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is the edge. Remembering what you do on one side, you do on the other. Because we were already started inside of this edge here, we did the 5 chain, remember? So 3 would be 1 double crochet. Well, we already have one of these here, so we'll need to create only 5. Okay, and then chain 2, and then proceed with the groups all the way to the edge, and then we're going to create those double crochets with 1 chain space. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. So I've reached the end. I did my 2 chains, and I'm going to come in that little circle that we have, that we made. Double crochet, 1 chain. So remember, I already have 1 in there, so we're going to do 5, and that will total your 6. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, 1 chain. We're going to count 1, 2 on your third space, slip stitch. Now I'm going to change my color, but if you're proceeding with only one color, then you're okay. You can just continue from there. Now, normally I tuck in my loose ends in between stitches, especially that I know that I'm going to work on top of them. So I go back and forth so it's not noticeable, and I'll just put it inside of this 2 chain here, because I know that the next row, my double crochet that are going to go in there is going to cover it up. It's like that. Okay, so going into my cherry red now. So basically the cherry red, we're going to start again to create this one here. And we are going to be doing 2 at the edge, 2 double crochet in each double crochet we have here 6 times. So it's going to be groups of 2 double crochet on these 6 double crochets that we have. And then we're going to do 1 double crochet only, because we want to keep our pattern flat. So in order to keep it flat, you always have to add 1 row with 1 double crochet and then 3, 1 double crochet and then 3, 1 double crochet and then 3. And this is how the pattern stays flat, straight up in a straight row. Okay. Okay, so I've done my slip stitch knot, and because I've changed colors, so I'm going to work where I have my last double crochet here from the edge, and we're going to proceed to do a 2 double crochet inside of the double crochet here, which this is the one we went up with the 5 chain, remember? So I'm going to do a single, try to hide my thread here at the same time, 2. So single and 2 chain. I'm going to come in again and create another double crochet in the same space. Try to pull it here so it can look normal. I'm going to do 1, 2 chain. I'm going to come into the first double crochet, but I want to hide my thread some more, so I'm just going to have to play with it here a bit. So into the first double crochet, so we did the 2 chain, and now we're going to do 2 chain again, 1, 2. Now we're going to start to create those groups of 3 double crochet. So we're going to have a heart on one side and the heart on the other side. So basically we're going to have 3 groups of 3 double crochet, and on the 4th one we're going to have 4. This is the center, the beginning foundation of the heart. So we're going to have 4 double crochets on the 4th group, and then again 3 double crochets and the 1 double crochet at the end, exactly like we did here. Okay, so on your 4th one, on your 4th little space there, we're going to do 4 double crochets. So chain 2 and 3 double crochet. Okay, so on your 4th one, 4 double crochets. So I've done my 3 groups of 3 double crochet. On my 4th one, 4 double crochets, and proceed again to chain and create your 3 groups of 3 double crochet again on this side. So whatever you do on one side, you have to do on the other. So this is how the pattern gets balanced out. Okay, so we're going to do the 3 groups on this side, and then 2 chain and the 1 double crochet. I'll meet you there. So I've done my 3 groups of 3 2 chain, and on the last double crochet we're doing 1 double crochet, chain 2. Now we're going to do 2 double crochets per double crochet of the previous row. So chain 2 into the next. So we have this 6 times to do on the edge. These are the edge of the pattern. 2 per double crochet. So 6 times. Okay. So this is what we're doing. Now you have these ones here, and then we have to repeat the same thing here on here. 1 double crochet, and all you have to do is just follow what you just did here. You do the same on this side. What you're doing here, you must do here too. So I'll meet you at the end. Now I'm on the other side. Don't forget, we have to do exactly the same thing. 3 groups of 3 double crochet, and on the 4th one, as it's faced, we have to do the 4. Because sometimes you might be just, on your bubble, and you might just go right through it with only 3 double crochets, and it has to be 4. This is the foundation of the heart, okay? And then continue to do your 3 groups again of double crochet, 2 chain always. This is my 3rd group. I'm going fast because I've already shown you on the other side, just trying to advance. So on the last double crochet is the same direction as we have here, is 1 double crochet, and then 2 per space until we meet with the other one on here. So we're going to hook up after our 2 chain on the 3rd space. Okay, I'll meet you there. So this is considered row 1 just because it's a different color, and it will make it easier on us. So chain 3 again. Next space we're doing 2 double crochet together. We're increasing, okay? We started that 1 double crochet, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until the end of the pattern. Chain 2. We're coming in where we have that 1 double crochet. We do 1 on top and 2 inside of the square here. So we're going to create our group. So we'll always have a row with 1 double crochet, a row with 3, next row with 1, the next row with 3. This is the only way for the pattern to be straight, okay? And then 2 double crochet, and not 2 double crochet, sorry, 3 double crochet. We're creating the groups. It's always groups of 3, except when we're doing the heart, okay? So we're going to continue to do 3 double crochet, 2 chain. Now we are where we have the group of 4. We have to start building that heart. So we're going to do 2 inside of here, and we're going to do on top of the double crochet from the previous row. So we have 4 double crochets to do, and 2 more on the next space here. So we're going to end up 2, 4, 6, 8 double crochets. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Create again 3 groups, actually 3 groups of 3 double crochet, but in reality it's going to be all the way around because we're adding 2 on the last one here, right? So it's all groups all the way around now. This is row 2. Now we have that 1 double crochet. We're going to do 2 inside, and 1 on top, so we can keep our pattern flat. We're going to do the same thing on this side and on this side. Chain 2. On the first group of 2, we're doing 1 double crochet on the first double crochet and 2 double crochet on the last one. Okay, chain 2 always, and create again 1 double crochet, 2 on the same space. So you're going to repeat the same thing, exactly what you've done here, to this side. Okay everyone, so I've closed in with a slip stitch. I'm going to do chain 3 and next space double crochet, next space 2 double crochets together. We're always ending 2 at the end. So now we'll have 4 double crochets, 2 chain. Now remember what I told you. Here we always have to have a row of 1 double crochet and a row of 3 double crochet, and I have a little bit of the thread left. Don't you just love this? Chain 2 into the next space, create our groups of 3 double crochet, and then when we get here we're going to do 2 inside, 1 double crochet over double crochet, and 2 here. So we have 4, 8, and then 12, and then it keeps growing more and more. Okay, so I'm doing my 2 double crochets and 1 per space and 2 here at the end. 1 and 2, chain 2. So we have 12 double crochets. Create our groups of 3, 2 chain. Now when we get here we're going to do exactly the same thing as we did here. We're going to add 1 more on the last one, so 2 together on the last double crochet. I'll meet you at the end. We're going to slip stitch after I 2 chain over here and go up chain 3 on row 4. So I've started row 4, which is no different than what I've been explaining to you. I went up chain 3, did my double crochets, and added 2 at the end. So we have 5 now. Chain 2 and create our group of 3 double crochets. So 1 on top of the double crochet, 2 inside of the space, chain 2, create your group, chain 2, and where we have the foundation of the heart we're going to do 2 double crochet, 1 per space and 2 in the space at the end. So we're going to have a total of 16 double crochet. Okay, so we're going to continue and do 2 double crochet in the space here, so totals up 16, and then continue to do the rest. When we get to the edge, 2 in the same space, we'll have a total of 5 double crochets. I'll meet you in row 5. So did my row 4 slip stitch, went up chain 3. I have my 6 double crochets on row 5, chain 2. Now I'm going to do my 1 double crochet. Remember, one row is 1 double crochet, next row of the group, 1 double crochet, next row of the group. So 1 double crochet, come and do your group after you do your 2 chain, chain 2 again, and we're going to add 2 inside of the space here and 1 per space. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 double crochets. I'll meet you at the end of row 5 because it's just a repeat now, adding always 1 at the end, so we'll have 6 double crochets on both edges, and this you have to repeat on the 4 corners. Okay, you guys, so I wanted to come back here to show you a mistake I done. I could have just went right through it and not show you, you wouldn't even know. But these things are common to happen, and I prefer to show you to teach you how to fix it instead of taking it down. If you see here, I missed a double crochet. There's a space, I missed 1 in here. So I'm going to do a triple, coming in, putting my hook inside of the space there. I'm going to do my triple. So automatically I have my double crochet here plus my top one. And then I'm just going to proceed to continue to do my double crochets. Once we do the next row, you won't even see anything, any gap at all. It all gets straightened out. Okay, so these are little tricks that you need to know instead of taking it down. See how perfect it looks? Doesn't even look like it was missing. Okay, once I finished row 5, closing with slip stitch, went up, chain 3, did my double crochets, 2, 4, 6, 7. So we are on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th row from the red, of course, right? Chain 2, create our group, chain 2, and create 2 inside of the space. 1 per space. So we are going to have 24 double crochets. We're going to repeat the same thing on this side and on this side. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end and the beginning of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, beginning of row 7. So I've closed in row 6 with a slip stitch, went up, chain 3, did my double crochets, added 1 on the end. We are in row 7, so we have 2, 4, 6, 8 double crochets, chain 2, coming into the first double crochet. We have the first square. We're going to do 3 squares here. Into my last double crochet, that means we leave the middle one out. We build another square, 2 chain. On my first double crochet from the heart, we build another square. So we're going to have 3 squares. And now we're going to do double crochet over double crochet, 24 double crochets, the same amount as we had from the previous row. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing on the 4 corners, just the same way with 3 squares there. Okay, and 24, the same amount of double crochets. I'll meet you at the end. And so I'm on row 8, finished row 7 with a slip stitch, went up, chain 3, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 double crochets. Chain 2, coming in to my double crochet here, double crochet. 1 inside and 1 on top of the other double crochet. So I created my first group, chain 2, I'm coming in to where I have my 24 double crochets, double crochet. So let me just check here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Okay, so we're going to do 11 double crochets. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Recount 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Missing 1, so it's always good to recount, make sure. Chain 2, we're going to skip 1, 2 space on the third one. We're going to count again 11 double crochets. I've done my 11 double crochets on this side also, and I'm going to proceed to do the same thing exactly like I did at the beginning. So 1 on top, 1 in the center, and 1 on top of the double crochet. So I created the same group here, chain 2, and we're going to create the double crochets here, adding 1 at the end. So 2 on the same space on the last one. And one more here. And we're going to continue to do this the same way. On this side. Okay, everyone, starting row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We finished row 8 with a slip stitch, went up 3 chain. I have 10 double crochets, 2 chain. We're going to come in and do square. I don't know where my mind was at. 2 chain again, and inside of the space here we're going to create the group of 3 double crochet. Chain 2. We're going to skip the first 2 double crochets and go into the third. We're going to do 7 double crochets. Okay, so continue to do your 7. Did my 7 double crochets, 2, 4, 6, 7. Chain 2. We're going to skip these 2 and come into the center and create a group of 3 double crochet, 2 chain. Skip these 2, come into the third, and create your 7 double crochets, and we're going to proceed to do exactly the same thing as we have here. So I'll meet you after my 7th. I've done my 7 double crochets, chain 2. We're skipping the last 2, coming into the center here and create the 3 double crochet, 2 chain. We're going to go on top of the double crochet, making that little square, 2 chain, and coming and create our groups here. And remembering to add 2 at the end. So we're going to repeat the same thing on both sides. I'll meet you on the next row. Okay, everyone, so we finished row 9. Going into row 10, we have 11 double crochets by adding 2 on the same space at the end. Chain 2. We're going to create a group again of 3 double crochets. Chain 2. Create the group again of 3 double crochets. Chain 2. We're going to skip 1, 2 on the third one. We're doing double crochet, next space double crochet, and the next space double crochet. So we're going to have a group here where the heart is 3 double crochet. Chain 2 and proceed to create your groups. So basically this row is mostly of the 3 double crochet groups. 2 chain, next space 3 double crochets, and again 2 chain, 1, 2 on your third one, 3 double crochets, 1 per space, 2 chain, and we'll proceed the same way as we just finished doing. Two chain, 2 double crochets here, and 1 on top of the double crochet. So we're going to repeat the same way on this side. Okay, everyone, going into row 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 12 double crochets. Now, row 11 and 12, are very much the same. The only difference is that this row 11 has the one chain here, and row 12, it's going to be just groups of double crochet. So chain 2 and create your group, chain 2, create your group, chain 2, and again, so nothing to it, it's just creating groups now. The only difference, like I said, is on the four places corners, it will take the one double crochet. Row 12, it's all groups. This is row 12, so it's only groups. There's no point of recording because it's the same thing. You still add one on the end and just create all groups all the way around. I'll meet you at the end of row 12. I will be changing colors into my my tan color, and I'll meet you at the beginning of row 13. So 11 and 12 are just exactly the same. The difference is 11 has one double crochet and 12 has all groups of 3. Okay, we're going to row 13 and coming in with my off-white. I'm going to start just before the last motif here on my 2 chain. So I'm going to go inside of the chain, the middle, but you can go over if you'd like, and do a single and 2 chain. This row will be only of double crochets. In the next chain, because we have 2 chains here, remember? So we have 2, 1 per space. Just normal grabbing like we usually do when we do the double crochet. You don't have to go inside, grab any loops or anything like that. I just prefer to do it inside of here so it can keep a nice straight line. But you can go over if you like. Now this row is going to be only double crochets, but we're going to change it up a bit. So on my last double crochet here, we're only going to do 1. We're not going to do 2 in the same space. We're only going to do 1, okay? Because we're going to put 2 inside of the chain here, okay? And like I said, you can go over if you like. And then 1 per space. Now, I'm just going to grab, so we have the 2 chain here. I should have done only 1, but I did 2, but it's no issue. I'm going to go on my second chain and do 1 double crochet and then 1 per space. Again, here I came in the first double crochet just to alternate a bit because I should have done 1 chain, but I didn't. But it doesn't make any difference, even if it's 2 chain, as you see here. Okay, I'm going to go in the first one. I think it's better to go on my first chain there. Okay. I think I have a knot. No, yeah, I do have a knot. I love when there's knots, right? No biggie. will hide the knot. I'm usually pretty good on hiding. So again, on my first chain, I'm going to hide this knot here. So one per space, only at the edges. We're going to do 2 inside where we have the 2 chain on the edge. And of course here at the beginning, the first one here. Okay, so continue on and I'll meet you here at the other beginning of the other edge. So I've reached where we start the edge corner. So I'm going to come in and do my 2 double crochets inside of the 2 chain here. Okay, only where we have the motif here we do 1 inside. Okay, here's 2, and of course the other side's 2, and 1 per space. And we're not doing any increase at the end, so it's only 1 per space. Okay, I'll meet you here. So I reached the end of this one. We're only doing 1 because we are doing 2 inside of this chain, 1 per chain. Now, like I said, you can come over if you want to, if you don't want to go in the center of these chains, okay? So continue to do yours. We're going to do exactly the same thing, only 1 on the first chain, and then continue on. And only here at the beginning of the edges, we do 2 on the chains, okay? Okay, everyone, going into row 14 from the red, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, row 14. I'm on my last motif here, and I'm going to start working on my third, 1, 2, on my third double crochet here with a single and 2 chain. Try to hide my thread at the same time. I'm going to do 7 double crochets. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Chain 2. I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 on my fourth one. Actually, it's not chain 2, it's chain 3, sorry. On my fourth one, I'm going to do the groups of 7 double crochet again, 1 per space. And I'm going to do this actually we're only skipping here because these ones here we're only going to skip 1 on the curve, okay, but I'll get to it. 2, 5, 6, and 7. So chain 3 again, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 on your fourth one, 7 double crochets. So we're going to continue to do the 7 double crochets, 1 per space. Now we're going to have 5 squares on this side that we jump the 3 and go into the 4th with 3 chain. 5 squares only. I'm going to do mine and then come back to you on it, okay? Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We skipped 3 and went into the 4th. Do your 7 groups, chain 3. Now this time we're only going to skip 1 because we were at the curve. And continue to do your 7 double crochets. 2, 4, 6, 7, 3 chain, skip only one space, go into the next and create your 7 double crochets again. Okay, you guys, so this one here is the last one that we skipped 3 and went into the 4th. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 squares, jumped only one space, so you must have the same. And then after you do your 9 square, jumping only one space, create your groups, and now we're going to jump the 3 space again. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3 on your 4th, create your groups again. Okay, your groups of 7, then jump 3, go into the 4th, create your groups again. So you're going to have the 5 squares here jumped at 3 going into 4. So you're going to have 5 squares that we jump 3 going into 4, do your group, chain 3, and again skip 1 into the next one. Now you're supposed to get we have to have the 9 little squares. Okay, so I'm going to see if I balance. If I don't, we'll do a little bit of cheating, like we did 2 space cheating on the table runner, so we'll do the same thing here. Okay, you guys, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This time, after we have our 7 little blocks here, we do our 7 double crochet. I'm going to skip 1, 2 on my 3rd one. This is where I do my first cheating, okay? So we're going to continue to do the 7 double crochets. Have 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I'll have 1, 2, 3, and this is my second cheating, which is skipped 2. So you're going to skip twice into the skip 2 times and go on your 3rd here and here. Okay, it doesn't matter really where in the curve as long as we skip it. Okay, so we continue on. Okay, so I'm back into my cream color, and I'm going to start off right on the edge here. I think I have to put the black for you to see. This poor towel has more nail gel in it than God knows what. I think it will be better this way for you guys to see better the stitch. Let me just really have some lighting happening here. Well, I did want to get more lighting, but not that much lighting, right? Okay, so I'm going to start here. I'm going to skip the first one and go into the second one. We're going to do that for all of them. We're not going to work the first or the second or the last one. So single, 2 chain, that equals a double crochet. Trying to hide my thread here. I'm going to do 5 double crochets. Just like that. I'm going to come in my 3rd chain here in the center, and I'm going to do 3 double crochets. This whole row will be worked like this all the way around. I'm going to skip the first one and do my 5 double crochets. And again on my middle chain, which is the 2nd chain, 3 double crochets. So we're almost at the end, people. I'll meet you at the end. Okay everyone, so we finished row 15, going to row 16. I'm going to do the walk over to the next double crochet with a single and 2 chains. This equals my double crochet. I'm going to do 3 all together. That means the first one here, the single 2 chain is 1, and then 2 more. I'm going to go directly into my first group here and do 2 double crochets in the same space and 3 double crochets in the middle one. 2 more in the last space. So we'll have a total of 7 double crochets. So 2 in the first double crochet, 3 in the middle in the second one. So that's 5, and 2 on the last, that's 7. And again, I'm going to skip the first and do my 3 double crochets. This is going to be the same way all the way around. We're just preparing now for the top hearts. So we skip the first and the last. I'm coming into my group of 3 double crochet again and proceeding with 2 double crochet. So it's just a repeat. The middle one is 3 double crochet. We'll have a total of 7. And the last one, 2 double crochet. Okay, I hope there's not too much lighting. This lighting is crazy. See if I can cut down a bit here so you can see better. So 2 on the first, 3 double crochet on the center one, and 2 at the end. Skip the first double crochet and skip the last. We'll have 3 double crochets there. So repeat all the way around. Okay everyone, so we finished row 16 going into 17, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, going to row 17. Just cut down the light here a bit. So I'm going to do the walk. I call it the walk with a slip stitch, and I'm coming in where I have my groups here. I'm going to do a single and 2 chain. This is like a double crochet. I'm going to do another one on the same space, 1 alone, 2 together, next space, 1 alone, next space, 2 together, next space, 1 alone, and last space, 2 together. This whole row will be like this until the end. So we're skipping all of this here and going directly into the next motive. 2 together, 1 alone, 2 together, 1 alone, 2 together, 1 alone, and 2 together. So just repeat it all the way to the end the same way. Okay everyone, so going into row 18, I'm going to come in the center here like this, and I'm going to skip my first double crochet, my second. I'm coming into my third, and I'm going to do 5 double crochets. So I have 3, 4, no, actually 6. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more, 6. I'm going to skip 1, 2 on my third one, single. So we're forming the first heart. 1, 2 on my third one, 5 double crochets again. So I have 3, 4, 5, Hope it's not too bright. And 6. I'm going to come in the center here, single. So I have my first heart. Again, skip 1, 2. On my third one, do 6 double crochets. This is going to be repeated like this all the way around. We have 4, 5, and 6. Skip 1, 2. On your third one, single. 1, 2. On your third one, 6 double crochets again. Now I'm going to do mine. I'll come back to you at the end. I'm going to do a little, the little edge with the red. That's optional for you if you want. If you don't want, you can just leave it as is and you're done. I'm going to do that to match up the rest of my set. So I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so this is optional if you want to do it or not. I don't know, but you can leave it as is. It's just gorgeous. I'm going to come anywhere for that matter, and I'm using my smaller hook because I don't want to poke big holes. So this is just going in the middle of the stitch. Okay. And I'm going to do a slip stitch. So this whole row is just slip stitch in the center. So basically grabbing the back loop, doing the slip stitch, okay? Of course, to start off, you know, there's always a battle to start off on any project you do, right? So slip stitch. Don't make it too loose because it won't make it pretty, and too tight will crumple up. So you have to be, your tension has to be perfect on this or it's not going to look pretty at all. So this is about it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know. I thank you so much. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important. And especially if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. It helps the channel. It's not asking much. And also want to remind you, if you please have your heart open to help the women in need of thread, please donate either if you have thread, yarn, extra. Get a hold of me through message on Instagram, my email, Facebook group, Facebook page. Everything is listed below on the description box. And if you want to donate, there's a $sign below the video or my PayPal on the description box below. Thank you so much, everybody. I will have it in display at the end. We're pretty much done with this tutorial. God bless. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye, everyone.